A lot of criminal activities do take place in South Africa. Some of them make it to the mainstream media. Some of them we don't hear anything about. As you all know that I love covering these stories because they also need attention on social media. I might have a small amount of people subscribe to my channel, but I do want to also use my platform to raise awareness. Dumela Kazi, welcome back to the cafe. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a returning Sabi, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence. I hope you're not gonna judge me because I'm wearing a windbreaker and I'm just looking like all over the show. I did not want to do this video right now. I'm busy preparing my warm food because in Cape Town it is currently cold, it's wet, it's windy. All sorts of things are just happening, and I said I cannot just skip this area, which is my studio, without making at least one video, and then I'll be able to feel good about myself. But anyway, we are talking about a very sad story on this video. A couple were arrested, or a couple was arrested rather, after it was discovered that they murdered their own child, a 4-year-old child. So if you'd like to hear more about this story, please do stick around. Let's get into it. The community of Boitekong, Rustenburg in North West were shocked to find out that a young couple was involved in the disappearance of their 4-year-old son. It doesn't even get any better from here, so you need to listen carefully. The mother, who is 31 years old, she happens to be the biological mom of this 4-year-old, and she's dating a 26-year-old who happens to be the stepfather of this child. So here's the story. This child is playing around in the house, obviously, allegedly, and while he was playing inside the house, he unfortunately damaged a plasma screen TV, and this couple decided to unalive, or to obviously they call it punish this child, but obviously they unalived the child. They murdered this young boy who is 4 years old. This is an infant. You cannot tell me that you were punishing a child to the point whereby the child is dead, a 4-year-old, because of a TV that is replaceable. But anyway, let's not get ahead of ourselves. So this is what happens. They decided to kill this child, obviously, and then after that they take this child to a field nearby. They dig a very shallow grave and they bury this child in that grave, and they decided to move on with their lives afterwards. And obviously the community decided to sneak around because they were not seeing this child. I mean, if you are living in a township whereby people know each other, so there will be questions that where's your child, because you always had a child, and the next thing you don't have a child. So the mom was giving the stories like the child is this, the child is there, the child is whatever and whatever. But then the community were like, no, we don't believe the story and all of those things. You know, sometimes when you follow up in these things, sometimes you feel like the story that I was getting here was not really adding up. Sometimes, obviously, we as young people, most of the times, we would take our children to our grandparents and stuff like that because you want to be able to go to work. And you cannot able to juggle between being a parent as well as a working person. So normally, most of the times in the black communities, they would take the child to their grandparents in the villages or wherever, you know. But this time around, the community were like, no ways, we are not taking this story lightly. They actually went to the councillor of the region of the area to report this is there's something that is not really adding up about this. This happened in July 2023. So this is a very old story, but these whole things, this whole information that is coming out. It's actually coming out now, which is 2024. You can see that these people were living their lives and all of those things, but obviously you will crack at some point. So obviously when time goes on, because the community was hesitant and the community was pushing that, where is their child, honey, where is the child? And at some point, where, by the way, the community and the councillor and all of the involved people were there and asking the questions, the lady decided to crack that they murdered this 4-year-old, and also they buried this 4-year-old to a shallow grave nearby. And obviously the community wanted to go and see where this shallow grave is, and this mother decided to point this shallow grave, and it was discovered there that this child was really murdered and buried in that shallow grave. Obviously, at this point of time, they are in custody. They were arrested, so I wish this information will be public in order for us to be able to follow up on this case of a 4-year-old that was murdered by their own biological mother and a stepfather. This is so devastating, and this is so disgusting to even label it. It's just so sad that we bring the children in this world and we give them the middle finger afterwards. Anyway, thank you. Tell me what you think about this video. I'll see you on my next upload. Please do like this video so that a lot of people can get hold of it, and also make sure to comment down below with your own views. I'll see you on my next upload. Have a fantastic one. Peace out.